Meantime, some good news when it comes to the economy. Things seem to be heading in the right direction. For the fourth straight month, our country's inflation rate slowed down, hitting a three-year low in April, easing to 2.7%. That's according to Statistics Canada. That's a dip from 2.9 in March, driven by a drop in food prices, durable goods. Canada's inflation rate is now getting ever closer to that magic target from the Bank of Canada. Remember, that's 2%. And so we may well see now an interest rate cut coming up this summer, if not June, then possibly July. Pedro Antunes is back with us, Chief Economist at the Conference Board of Canada. Hey, Pedro, good to see you as always.
It's good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Significance of this, what do you think?
Well, I mean, obviously the numbers didn't move too much. They went in the right direction. We saw core inflation coming down as well. So that's one thing that the Bank of Canada will be tracking very closely. So I think all signs here do point to a rate decline coming next. Whether it's June or July, I would say it's not really that material, but I'm thinking that we probably will see something in June. Maybe 25 basis points would probably be the most we'd see right there. But again, it's going to be a slow decline, and we're never going to see rates quite back to where they were pre-pandemic. So I think this is good news in the sense that it will take some pressure off of households, essentially.
Yeah, talk to me about the forecast, if you can, as well, sort of in layman's terms. You were sort of outlining it a little bit there, Pedro, but about, June, July, what you think we're going to see.
Well, I mean, we essentially have a rate cut in June, and then rate cuts continuing through the next year or so. Very tentative, very slow declines in rates, waiting to as the bank waits to get inflation completely down to that 2% target. We're within the band now, of course, because the bank really does target between 1% and 3%. But I think they're still concerned about a few things that are out there, like fairly strong wage increases that are still showing up in some of the categories that we see on the inflation numbers. I'm thinking about essentially services, products that are, for example, restaurants, food and restaurants, for instance. So we're seeing on the goods side a lot of weakness. We're seeing food prices finally coming down, but those underlying pressures that the bank is most concerned about are around the wages. Where it can control inflation is around wages. So I think there's a long road to go yet to see interest rates decline very sharply, but we're going to see them heading in the right direction here.
Thanks for this, Pedro. Always good to see you. Appreciate your time.